bottom in the league. The goal differential second from the bottom, and the other two are at the bottom.
What's up, everybody? I know I'm a little late today, but I wanted to come on. It was my daughter's birthday party, so family comes first before sports. But here I am.
Interference call. A stick hit the ice. Who is the call on?
I suspect it would be the Islanders trying to block out on a face-off win in the offensive zone. So it looks like they're showing Clutterbuck there as the win, and then Clutterbuck does take.
Okay, there you go. All right, that might have been a little bit of a make-up call. But anyways, sorry that I'm a little late today. I apologize. It's been, like I said, it was my daughter's 11th birthday party. So I am coming on a little bit late, but better late than never. Flyers are finally on the power play here, and hopefully they could do something. They have been really doing anything, nothing really worthwhile here, and now already down 1-0 in this game, but they got to be able to start to put something together. But hey, listen, what's up, guys? Glad to see us. Happy to see us. Like I said, I wish I was here a little bit earlier, but it doesn't quite happen that way. Thank you very much. I will definitely let my daughter know that you said happy birthday. I got her in the shower right now, so. But yeah, it was it's a little challenging to start this game off. Obviously, the Flyers, Morin spanking him, smacking that guy down. Like I said, I was only listening to it on the radio. And how about the Phillies with a big win today? I thought they shut them out. I haven't checked the score. I thought it was 4-0, but that was actually a big win for them. Take that. I'd love to see the sweep tomorrow. Eflin get that sweep. So look at that. All right, we're on a 2-man advantage here. I like it. We need something here. And look, we see our main man, Gostisbehere, back from waivers and back on the.
Going back, Cizikas and Gostisbehere battling for the puck, and then Cizikas stick.
Got him. Yeah, he got him pretty good. But all right, we need something here. We need a goal. We need a goal now. Let's go. No blood. That makes a difference. Let's go. I'm going to share this. Edit privacy. Public. We got to make it public. There we go. That's what I want to see. So hopefully I can go start seeing some of the comments from you guys as well. Let's go.
Back to Giroux. Giroux waiting back to Provorov. They will play catch a little. On a congestion around the net. Here's Provorov hammering, and it's blocked. And then tip past Provorov. It's Peugeot off to the races.
Yeah, Peugeot ain't got it. Let's go. Get him. Go after him. Get that puck. That amazing that you guys are that weak. I tell you, the coach, whoever does this is ridiculous. The coach who's doing the power plays and the penalty kills better get fired at the end of this year because he stinks. P.U.
Again to Giroux. Back to Provorov. Very stationary, the Flyers. Giroux holding on into the slot. Chipped wide by Hayes. Voracek gets it back to Provorov. Now Giroux winds his blast. It's deflected. Safe stroke in the rebound. Deflected to the other side. It's a 5-on-4. Centering pass is tipped away from Giroux. He will keep
kept it in the zone, but it's out. Let's go.
One chance in front there for Nolan Patrick, and Sorokin made the save, and then a good.
Thanks, guys. Hey, listen, anybody who is on my personal page, I am not able to see your comments. I was able to kind of pull it up here, so I do get a little bit of that, but sorry. There we go. I'm gonna try to keep track of that a little bit.
Recover, but his pass misses Gostisbehere. It's down the ice, and that'll just about do it. 5 seconds remaining.
So I am wearing my Flyers Carnival shirt. You know, it's like I figured I needed to change. You know, plus I've been sweating all day today. You know what I mean? I didn't want to put on a jersey. It was just too hot.
Yeah, you have to be really careful here after that time.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Clutterbuck can clear it up and out.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that somebody here a little bit can give me
Backhanded in by Lazinski, but sent right back out by the Islanders. This will be icing against New York.
Yeah, minute 23 left. They just iced the puck. Let's go. Let's go.
Power play, Pajot doing the job, delaying down the other end and then blocking a shot right here. As Provorov blasts away and Pajot not only blocks it, but takes it all the way down the ice. There's Mayfield trying to block that one. Patrick with a couple of cracks out of it in front and JVR on the backhand. Sorokin down on the butterfly.
I want to see him do something here.
Sorokin had his 8-game winning streak snapped his last time out. Start before that was 36 saves worth against the Flyers in Philadelphia, where he basically won a game for the Islanders.
Yeah, the talented goaltender, young guy that's trying to make his mark.
The shot from the angle deflected wide of his net. Nelson after the puck behind the cage. He's got it.
Good steal by the Flyers. Come on, let's do some work. Do some work.
Bounces free. Hayes in front and couldn't be rammed home by Patrick. Comes back out. Sanheim a shot wide. Up the other side. Hayes a
Get up!
Patrick in front couldn't finish it off. Nolan Patrick's had a couple of good chances in tight, but couldn't bury it. And now into the final.
Need to get him up higher. Need to get him up higher. He's been flopping around like a flounder.
Control. Barzell trying to pivot away from Lawton. Got it to the point. Mayfield shot hit Myers. He bounces to the corner.
Thank you. Appreciate on a t-shirt. Let's go. Let's go.
His pass hit with a high stick of Barzell. But the whistle is apparently the Flyers touch the puck somewhere in there as well. Islanders move ahead.
Let's go. Let's do something. Let's do some. Good save.
Huge stop there.
Yeah, can't go giving up a second goal here. Cannot give up a second goal.
In front here, that Nolan Patrick.
Yeah, missed it. Then you got to get it above. You got to get it up high. He was flopping around like a flounder.
There's a chance the blocker gets involved there. And then Carter Hart here. Look at Barzell wide open to walk in, and he can shoot it. That's a good glove save there for Carter Hart at the end of this period.
20 seconds left to go in the period. Got to make something happen here. I'd like to see something happen. Ain't enough time, really. They ain't going to be able to get down ice.
Give the Islanders another offensive zone draw.
Another acing, 8.5 seconds left. It's all right. It's all right. I'm sure just because the way people are lotting on right now that they get through the period. It's time. It's time to start to talk about who do you think. I don't think that the Flyers are able to make a run here. I think that right now that Pittsburgh is the team that I would be the one that's most concerned about, but yeah, all right. And it's the end of one. The Flyers outshot the Islanders 10-3 there, but of course the Islanders did get the one goal on the power play. You know. And it's time to start to talk. And like I said, as I was saying just a few minutes ago, it's time to start to talk about who we think. I don't think that the Flyers are going to be able to make a run. I just don't trust this team to be able to do it right now. As much as I want to root for them and I want them to win these games, I just don't see this team have the heart to do it. It was nice to see, Sam drop the gloves, but realistically, I mean, 2 bad penalties in a row. You could see that that's frustration. That's a frustration penalties. Those types of penalties, when you're having those types of things happen, excuse me, guys, as I lower the volume here a little bit. When you have those types of penalties happening, that's where it starts to get a little messy. You know what I mean? It's just, and that's where I don't think that this team just has the makeup to be able to put it all together now. Like, for some reason, they just don't. I don't know why. Like, from last year, I don't know what happened between last year and this year. And excuse me. when I start thinking about the defense and how the defense has been floundering around a little bit, and just the fact that they are unable to put anything together, and it seems like that they're always trying to fight back into the game where they're letting up goals. I mean, they've just let up so many goals lately, and it's poor defense. And you know what? I can't say that Niskanen is the was the answer there. You know what I mean? Is that really the case that Niskanen, losing Niskanen to retirement, loosened up our defense so tremendously? I don't know that that's the case. And it's a shame. It really is a shame because, like I said, last year this team looked very promising, but now it's such such difficulty in terms of the way that they are playing. That they're so different from last year in comparison to this year, and it's bothersome. It is bothersome. I'm a little upset about the fact that that this team is so far behind where they were last year. What happened? Where did these things start to go wrong? I just don't know. I just don't know. And that becomes a little bit of a now what? Now what's going to happen? Oh yes, Ed, that is correct. And not paying attention, just not paying attention at all. The fact that they are letting people in, and behind them and not seeing them, and they're able to get the passes in between people and stuff like that. It's bothersome to me. This is continuously bothersome, and I wish it wasn't that way. I really do wish that we'd have been able to do things a little differently, and that they would pick up the pace. Like that they would stop making the same mistakes over and over again. And it's not happening. So it's I don't know. I don't know. I wish that oh, look at that. I am able to see something. There we go. All right. I am now able to start to see things happening from my page. Perfect, perfect. All right, that's good. That makes me happy because I have been having such a hard time trying to get things to happen from my personal page. But now I guess it's public because I made it public. We're able to see it. What's up, Melissa? How you doing? I was thinking about you. I got to get this hair blonder, and I tried to do it today or yesterday, and it didn't quite work as well. I mean, it's a little blonder, but it's not the same. So, but Melissa, just that's my girl. She's the one that does my hair sometimes. And like I said, when I do it, I burn my head. I had a couple of chemical burns that, they weren't so bad, but they were, of course, when you go to then you go to a professional, you don't get chemical burns on your head. Me personally, I get them. So anyways, but like I said, I agree, Ed, it's, you know what? And I don't know if it's exactly, the game against Boston out in Tahoe, that was the game that things started to really get crazy. And I don't know why. Like, what happened there that made things so ridiculous? I don't know. Like, but it's been super frustrating. Hey, exactly. What have you done for me lately? And the Flyers ain't been doing nothing. The Flyers haven't been doing much of anything, and it has been, you know, frustrating to watch. Frustrating to watch. I was talking to my aunt, and my aunt is probably one of the biggest Flyers fans that I know. And we were talking, and it's interesting when, I mean, she's been a season ticket holder for so long, and she hasn't gone to any games this year for whatever reason. She's gone. She's going to be back again next year, but she's been watching the games and things like that, and just certain things that she's been saying is interesting to kind of watch. Where I look at Braun as being one of the better defensemen, she's like, Braun stinks out loud. I can't believe that they got rid of Gothisbehere and yet they kept Braun. And I'm like, really? Braun's been the one that's been more shut down than anybody else. And she's like, he gives away the puck, he does all that stuff. And I was like, it's amazing that you're seeing that a little bit differently than I am. It's, and but I think that there is so much blame to go around this team. That how is it? And I'm going to give AV the pass here. I'm going to say that he's got to come back next season as coach because he hasn't been able to practice. They have not been able to do things to stop the bleeding here because it's game off, game off, game off, game off, game off. Where they're having 4 games in 7 days, and then and that 7 days never ends. It's always 4 days, 4 games in 7 days. It seems they don't even have many 3 days. 3 games in 7 days. It's always 4 games in 7 days, and it's just you can't have practices. You cannot continue to just beat these guys up. Yeah, and then we have an older team, so we got some young guys, and now I'm interested to see all the young guys. I want to see all the guys come up, and I'm starting to talk about who is expendable, who is time to trade. Uh, Realistically, I would love. I am I expect that they are going to leave Voracek open for the expansion draft. I also expect that they are going to have, when I look at the lineup, got Gustafson, Gossespair, you know, probably the entire defense short of Provorov. And the reason why I think that Provorov is probably safe is because he is the one playing the most amount of minutes. But you can tell he's getting tired out there. He is getting tired. I am really, I am really interested in seeing. I hope Voracek gets picked up by Seattle. I really do. I wouldn't mind seeing G being put out there too. Like maybe G gets picked up. The problem is G's on one more year of a contract. He's only got 1 year left. After that, it's done. You know what I mean? He's got one more thing. It's not so much longer. They only have like 18 more games left. So, and you're right. There's people. Yeah, the minutes are taking a toll on Provorov. It's just that there's no doubt about that. And I like it when Samarin he's always chirping before the game, just doing his thing and like, hey, we're gonna get things starting here. He puts them down early. Bam, bam, bam. Gets a good shot on him, bam. And see, that's when you gotta. Oh, that was a good shot. That was a great shot. They'll go at it again, I think, one more time today. I think that was round one. He did get him with a real nice shot, uh, but yeah, and that was pretty good to start the game off, but then the giving up that dumb penalty, that dumb penalties, and dumb penalties are the one things you cannot do right now, especially because your power play is the worst in the league, and if it's not the worst, it is like second to worst. You know what I mean? It's just so bad all the time, and I wish that it was better, but it's not. It's just not. I like the fact that they put Carter Hart back in here tonight. Of course, they leave him out to dry again. It's just like, okay, there's that pass, and you know, on the power play, somebody's behind them, and nobody's paying attention. Defense ain't paying attention. Couple of giveaways, giveaways in the zone. You know what? So you think that Philly did him wrong, the ghost. I don't think so. I think that he's just kind of, he was strong in the first in the first season, and then he's not anymore. He's just not. He's not the same guy. When he was a rookie, they didn't know him. He had a great shot, and then all of a sudden, he started to, think too much. Um, yeah, I would, to be honest, I was never. All right, there you go. Just because I'm going to put that out there, I was never a big Hartnell fan. I thought that Hartnell was really good on the power play, and that's it. He had that one shot that he would wind up from up in Nova Scotia and go down and blast it on a one timer, and that was about it from Hartnell. Hartnell always got a little bit more. And he's okay as an announcer. I don't hate the man, you know what I mean? But I was never a big fan of Hartnell, especially because he wore my number. He wore number 19, and when you wear number 19, you better produce. That's why I've got a really big problem with Nolan Patrick, because Nolan Patrick is definitely not a number 19 as far as I'm concerned. The Nolan Patrick experiment is over, and he would be another one that I wouldn't mind seeing put out, in that draft. I kind of expect that there's going to be a lot of that happening. I fully expect, there's not anybody that I need to save here. I want to save Carter Hart, so you're definitely going to make sure that he's protected. I want to see Provorov protected. Beyond that, I don't care if anybody else goes. I mean, I believe obviously Farabee. You got to protect Frost because he's going to come back. I guess you gotta. I don't even know that I'd protect Oscar Lindblom. I would be seeing who's worth anything and trade away. Like, I think JVR is worthy of a trade. You're definitely holding back Farabee. Farabee definitely goes on the protected list. They're going to be able to protect some guys, but I think it's going to be easy to protect them because you could have everybody else out there. Farabee's protected. Frost is protected. Albe Kubel even. I mean, I think he's a good third liner, fourth liner. I guess you can protect TK. I like Lawton. Again, he's another really good third liner, but it's time to start trading things up, and changing this up. The team that makes the root of this team, it's time for that to change. Couturier, you got to keep Couturier. Obviously, I think that he's one of the guys that you absolutely have to keep. But other than that, like, everybody else is feasible to go. You could send them away. Bye. You know what? I don't think that Lawton's going to be dealt at the deadline. And although I think that he's probably one of the guys that you actually have that's an asset on this team, I don't know. I don't know that he's going to be traded. I think that somebody's going to try to steal Nolan Patrick, and I don't know. I might let them. I might let them do that. I feel like Raffles hurt. I know that he is a scratch today, and he's listed as a healthy scratch. I think he's actually hurt a little bit. My aunt kind of turned me on to that, saying that she thinks that he's hurt. I think that Hart's hurt a little bit. But Couturier, obviously, you're going to keep. I mean, he's like the only one that seems to be producing. There's a lot that we can, that I could say could go. Like the whole defense. I am so tired of hearing the name. On the power play that he gives up, that he's like the one that was supposed to be there in charge. Phil Myers is the one that gives up the power play goal every time. Every time he's the one out of position. It seems like it's like clockwork. I haven't been so angry about a number 5 for so long. I mean, it just annoys me. It just annoys me. When I think about that, I also think of like Brad Marsh. Brad Marsh was another one who always seemed to be out of position all the time. It kind of angered me. Chris Terrian sometimes. And those guys could go on and definitely do something better somewhere else. I wish them the best, you know what I mean? But I think that they are AHL players. I don't think that they're National Hockey League players. And I feel like that's part of the problem here. That is part of the problem. Was it really the fact that Niskanen was the guy? Was Niskanen really that much of a guy that he was able to help this entire defensive team? It just surprises me. It just surprises me that it's never, it's not stopping. It's just not stopping. Got to get some water in me. Hey, you know what? I'd like to see him. I wouldn't mind seeing him. You know what I mean? Get all the young guys up here. Start giving them a chance. Let's see what they can start to do. Let's see what you have. Because as of right now, we don't have much. We don't have much, and I feel like that anything right now is better than what we have been producing. It's just been a fight. It has just been a fight, and I love this team. I love the Flyers, and I'm always going to love the Flyers. I grew up with them. They were it was the Flyers that taught me how to be a fan. You know what I mean? How to learn how to be a fan of sports in general. Like I used to read all the newspapers. I learned to read myself by reading the box scores of the Flyers back at like 2 years old. You know what I mean? So I have a deep ingrained orange and black in me. That's nonstop. It's always going to be this deep love for the Flyers. But his team stinks. Team stinks. I'm a realist. I'm a realist. I am a hockey fan. You know what I mean? I like watching playoff hockey. I love watching the Flyers in that, and this is, when the Flyers don't make the playoffs, I go through a small little depression. You know what I mean? Like it's like I miss that because I think playoff hockey is like the best time in sports. Uh, I think that's really, and I feel like overtime hockey in overtime in the playoffs is the most exciting thing that could ever happen in hockey. In sports at all. In sports at all. We're getting ready to get started back up here again. We're going to give it a shot here. Turn the volume up. Maybe. There we go. Lost the special teams. Exactly. We all bleed orange. Orange and the black. The orange and the black. It's upsetting that I don't get to sing that song as often as I'd like to. I'd love to be singing that song more than I do. And it's a shame that I don't. It's a shame that I don't. But so such is life. We will be able to move forward and get this. It's the COVID year. I kind of put it like everything else. And I kind of feel like that there's always this circular thing with Philadelphia sports. That Philadelphia, yeah, what a pass that was. What a pass that was. Lindblom like just beats Lindblom. Again, Phil Myers not paying attention. Just bad play. Bad play all the way around. Shame, shame, shame. But let's see if they got a better second period in them. I keep waiting for them to just turn it on, and all of a sudden that switch to get turned on and them to start to play. But I don't know. I don't know that they got them in them. I tell you what, I will go ahead and give you the link, but I because of the way that we are doing things now, you got to have something to say. I can't just have people come on the links anymore. Because we are on Zodiac TV and the Northeast Streaming Sports, I need to be able to have you guys on and off pretty quickly. And that's, and that's not something that we're used to doing. So you got to have like questions. You're going to be on for like 2 minutes and then go off again. I'm being directed a little bit here. So I will give it here at the first television timeout. And then I can have some guys come on. But make sure you have actually questions that I can answer and stuff like that. Because like I says, we're now doing this on TV and things like that, we have to be a little bit more professional. I can't just have everybody start to come on and sit on here anymore. There we go. Gets it out of the zone. A minute through. Come on, boys. It's just like that, and that's the other thing. They're like puck watching in the zone. Like, I don't know. Like, so sometimes you got to stop watching the puck and you got to see where the guys are looking. And it always seems to me that the Flyers are too busy looking at the puck and not paying attention to the guys who is around. And because of that, that is the reason why they're continually, guys are sneaking in around. I'd appreciate that. And I appreciate us doing that on a more private level there, Melissa. But thank you. You know what I mean? I don't know if I want to do that live on this show. Thank you. Exactly. Yes, that's exactly what I'm seeing, Ed. That they just continually are like not paying attention. Just not paying attention. That they're too busy looking at the puck, letting the play come to them, and that you can't play that way. This is the NHL. You know what I mean? This is professional hockey, not the juniors, not the AHL, where you can have speed and stuff catch up, where the guys aren't as skilled. These guys are the best in the world here, and that's what isn't the biggest thing. Like, you have to be on it, and you cannot continue to just do. You cannot just sit there and watch and hope the play comes to you. It's just and that's what the Flyers have been doing. The Flyers have been nonstop, just letting the play come to them, and trying to get their mojo back. They got to get their mojo back. That's exactly mojo. Yeah, it's weirdo passes like that. Like weirdo passes. Like, I'm going to pass it backwards this way. I don't even know who's there or what's going on behind me. I think that there's somebody there, so I'm just going to do that pass. They are those little passes. They're always little cutesy with the puck. I don't know if I would consider maybe Farabee, because I feel like that he's the closest that we have to a sniper. But other than that, I don't know about Nolan Patrick. I think the Nolan Patrick experiment is over. I feel that he's probably going to get better 3 years from now. I don't think that he's done as a hockey player. I think that he is done with the Flyers. I think that he's got to move on. Yeah, and he's young enough where I think that he's got some stuff that he's going to be able to do. He's just. Yeah, there was Myers just doing a drop pass to nobody. That's another Myers thing to do. Oh, let me just drop that puck. Maybe forget to bring it with me. Weak. These giveaways. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that was a penalty. I don't know that was a penalty. It looked like he tripped up on his own, just the way he kind of, flailed. He looked like he lost an edge. I can't say that. Although again, they might have been a penalty too, but I don't know. I'm so over watching the referees make bad calls anymore. I think that NHL referees are probably the worst in professional sports right now, and that was highlighted very much by the guy who got fired. I needed to call a penalty on him, and it was a weak penalty, but I needed to call a penalty on them right away. And that's I think that's indicative of refereeing in the NHL right now, anyways. Exactly. This is, you know what? I don't know how many times I've been saying this, Ed. They are one of the best face-off teams in the league. And my thought is that you have to put the puck on the net. Put the puck on the net. I don't care how soft it is. You drive to the net. Drive to the net. If you continually drive to the net, you're going to get those bounces. You're going to get those rebounds. The goalie is going to make a mistake. You need to make sure that happens. That is half of the problem of what's going on. They're too cutesy with the puck. They continually looking for that extra pass instead of shooting the puck. And I tell you, I'm a big fan. Shoot the puck. If the goalie stops it, you get an offensive zone faceoff. You win the faceoff, which we do about 58% of the time anyways. You win the faceoff, and then you put it back on net again. And continually do that until you start to score goals. Drive the net. Drive the net. Drive the net. They just don't do it. They just do not do it. And it angers me. It angers me to no end. I don't know what is happening with them. I don't know what AV's teaching them. I've heard that AV wants them to do more shoot first. There's another giveaway. There's another turnover in the zone. Yeah, 2 turnovers.
Still have it. Right back to Adam Pellet. Pellet to the middle for Nelson. Right side there, Pellet. You'll wind up in flat. It's not saved. The rebound by Hernelli makes the save on. As he was able to deny the Islanders in tight there. Couple of big stops on Wallstrom, and Flyers are still within 1.
Yeah. I really do. He doesn't play like a right winger. He plays like a bad defenseman. That's what it is. Go! Come on now! Shoot the puck! You gotta put it on net at least. You gotta put it on net.
Now the Islanders get it in. Martin after it. Stick bounces free. Gostisbehere has it. Couturier, who lost his stick, he has it back. Patrick.
I hear you, Melissa. They're just not. They continually make poor decisions. But that's why I want to see. I'd rather see young guys up here. I want to see. I want to see Cam York. I'd love to see what he can do. I'd love to see some of the guys who are in the AHL right now doing something down there. Come on up and see what they could do with the big club. It's time to start to make some changes. Like I said, to the core of this team. Actually, he took the shot. He just couldn't put it on net is the problem. That was the problem. He couldn't put it on net. Put it on net. Drive to the net. Put it on net. Let them drive to the net. It's time. It's definitely time. I need to see a change. And I have tickets to these games. I am going to these games. They are hearing me, and I don't boo. I'm not a booer, but I definitely got to let them know that, that we're unhappy. The Flyers fans are unhappy. It's because the Flyers fans and the Flyers fans are probably the most faithful fan in Philadelphia. I know that everybody loves the Eagles, but the Eagles, they get angry when the Eagles are not doing well. You know what I mean? The people love the Eagles, but they're always done. Eagles fans are always done. I'm done. This season's not done. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. They're always doing that. Flyers fans are usually the most loyal to their team, but when they're playing this poorly, it's a shame. It's bad. It's bad. I want to see it better. I'd like to see them play a lot better, but we'll see. I mean, I'm, obviously they got, they're playing the Islanders. They got Boston, and they got Boston on Tuesday, and you won't see me on Tuesday night because I am going to be at the Phillies game. So I'm going to go watch the Phillies beat the snot out of the Mets. But they're going to be playing, the Bruins on the other side there, and I hope they got something to do. I hope they got something. The April 12th deadline, and I'm going to be doing a show on April 12th, so that for the trade deadline. I've been talking hockey with a couple of different guys, and they're going to be the final word in hockey is we're going to be having a podcast that happens at the end of right around 5 o'clock on the 12th to talk about all the trades that do or don't happen. I don't expect that the Flyers are going to do much. I wouldn't mind seeing them trade some players. I'll be honest. I think getting rid of some of these players may actually liven this team up a little bit. Yeah, Zach, I know that you're a little bit ahead of me, so you're probably about 10 seconds ahead of me. Since I'm not doing it with anybody today, I get to, I can just kind of go with the flow here. I'm at 12:33, but there's a stoppage of play right now, so. 2 minutes for elbowing. Let's go. Let's see how bad this power play could really be. That was a good elbow, too, for Giroux. And I'm still waiting for my call, Pepperidge Farms. Still waiting for my call.
You're an expert at that, so yeah, you have to know where they are. It was a little easier when I was playing. There was only one of them most of my career. So the Flyers are the third.
Did anybody think that they weren't going to see Gostis? What was that? What was that? Did anybody think that they weren't going to see Gostisbehere again? I didn't think he was going to get picked up. So it didn't surprise me that he was with the travel team and then came back. But oh.
Almost halfway through the power play already. Here's Couturier to connect in the right way. Back to Couturier.
Come on.
Off the mark, had a lot on it for Giroux.
I kept it in. Let's go. Shoot it.
Very aggressive penalty killing by the Islanders in Provorov. Back to Giroux and now Provorov. Almost mishandled that. He's got it back. Here's to Giroux again. Half minute on the power play. Provorov one-time blast is blocked out high by Pajot, who also gets to the puck along the boards.
Oh, see the ref getting in the way there. Come on. Thank you, Mickey. I appreciate it. Wow. That almost was an own goal. That was almost an own goal. Where it looked like the defenseman is the one that smacked that one in. Interesting there.
And then eventually he was able to squeeze it, but he was a little concerned there as he reached behind him.
Thompson was concerned as well. White shot.
Come on, Flyers. Do something here. Do something. Not putting it on net. They just got to continue to put it on net. And I know that the Islanders are really good about making sure that they are in the way. I mean, that's part of the thing to have happen. They got to.
Bailey got it into the middle. The Villiers is looking very dangerous. Seems like almost every time he's on the ice tonight. As the only goal of the game. Wiped out by the on the boards. Flyers moving ahead, but not out. Green. Cross ice Dobson.
Come on. Come on. Again, not paying attention. Too busy passing the puck.
That's where you want to hang on to it if you don't think,
Fires that one wide. The other way, a shot deflected, and then right off the glass.
Let's go, Flyers. Let's go. It looks like that they're doing something here, but they're not. They're not putting these pucks on net. They got to put them more on net.
Up the wall, Patrick, your backhand with some air, hoping for a bounce to Voracek, but instead it's Letty. Through the boards by Voracek, but got it ahead to Barzell.
Yeah.
Big fat Hayes and across ice looking for Martin. Martin has the puck. He'll drop it. Along the boards, Barzell takes a look around. Got it back to the point, kept in, they say. Set up high over the cage. And then play stopped, as they say, with play with a high stick.
Got you. All right. So I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine that the Flyers even have good shots on goal this period. I mean, I feel like that they that they are having a hard time just putting the puck on the net. Flyers did win. Sixers are up 14-13 halfway through the first period. I just want to see the shots on goal so far in this period, because I feel like, they're up 7-3, but those 7 shots have been horrible. They have been horrible. 0 for 3 on the power play. Cannot do that. I don't know. It's been very frustrating. It has been very, very frustrating watching this team. I can have people come on, but you have to have a question ready. You're only going to be on for 2 minutes time. I'm going to actually have a timer and everything, because I cannot have people just sitting on here anymore. We're doing this on TV, so we're going to keep it a little bit more professional here, similar to more to like a radio show. But no, not many quality scoring chances. And it seems like every time that they get the puck, they're going in the wrong direction. It always seems like they get the puck and they want to skate away from the front of the net. They're just not. All right, Ed. I look forward to it. He's only had only 6 shots on goal. 6 shots on goal by the Islanders. Of course, 1 went in the net. I am. Tickets on Tuesday. That's 7-5 as the Bruins won against the Penguins today. Sunday, the Flyers play Monday and Tuesday. Let's go. Nope. Come on. Ah. How are you, Mario? It's good to see you, bro, man. Happy Easter to you. I wish I had some good news to talk about. Phillies won today. You know, here's a fun fact for everybody. There has been a number of times that there have been that the Philadelphia teams have played on the same day. There has only been 28 times. 28 times that all three teams have won. Good save. 28 times that all three Philadelphia teams won on the same day. And there was only one time ever that all four teams won within a 24-hour time span. I'll tell you what, I'm going to write that one out. We'll see if anybody can come up on the date of when that happened. I'm gonna create a banner and say that's the trivia question. Sure.
Behind the net. There he cuts that off and then backhands ahead. And got it out of the zone and all the way down, but this will be icing against Philadelphia.
Let's take a look at that play by Nick Leddy. He was the Islanders' best puck moving defensively. Krasinski going after. When you chase him, you got to be 100% sure because everything falls apart from there. You can see the hustle. It's great to see Tanner hustle all the way.
There we go. That's your question. There we go. There's your question for you. Only one time ever have all four Philadelphia teams won in a 24-hour time span. They didn't even win all in the same day, but they did win in 24 hours from each other. What year was it? Turnovers. Defensive zone turnovers are the big deal here. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand watching it. It's a tough one. This is a tough trivia question. I did a lot of research to figure this. Wow. Again, too busy watching the puck. Not playing the guy. Puck in the back of the net. And what was Ed talking about? Can't be letting Barzal skate free. Too busy watching what's going on with him. This guy at number 18 just comes walking in. Hey, here I come. Bam, score. Look at that. Another giveaway, another turnover. Not paying attention. Bam, score. Rusty, I don't blame you. I do not blame you. I am a glutton for punishment. However, I am definitely a glutton for punishment. So that's why I'm asking trivia questions. I agree. I agree, Rusty. They just don't have any heart right now. They have no heart. Another defensive zone. Matt, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Matt. There you go. He just broke his TV remote. Rusty. It is 1980. 1980 was that time. So, yes, only one time ever have all four Philadelphia teams have won in a 24-hour time span. It was in 1980. The three teams, it happened in October of 1980, and it was October, I want to say it was the 21st and 22nd. I could be off. It could have been on my birthday, October 20th and 21st. But the Phillies won Game 5 of the World Series. Yeah, and 1983 was a good guess. 1983 was a good guess, but Rene Cruz did come up with 1980. And so the Phillies won Game 5 of the World Series. The Flyers won. The Eagles won. The Sixers did not play on that Sunday, but did play on that Monday, and they won. And that was the only time ever in Philadelphia sports that all four teams won in that 24-hour time span. There's been 27 other times that there were three teams that played in one day and they won. All three teams won. But it's not, and the last time that happened, here you go. Here you go. When was the last time? I'll use that as the next trivia question. Here we go. We'll switch it up now. We'll hide this. Three.
Early in the season, not the first time, but very early in the season. Took a while to get his game back, but as I said, that overtime.
There we go, and then we'll throw that up there. When was the last time three Philly teams played on the same day and they all won the game? I'll give you extra credit if you can figure out the month and the teams. Actually, if you know the month, you'll know the teams. The last time that it's happened 28 times throughout history since the Flyers came into existence, because ultimately the Flyers came into existence in 1967, 68, and that's when there were four Philadelphia teams playing. I'm not counting back the days when there was the Philadelphia Athletics. I don't count them, but so I'm just counting the four majors, the teams that are here now. Yeah, I actually was 8 back then. Right, so you're a little older than me, but I was 8 years old when I am, in 1980 when that all happened. And like I said, it all happened right around my birthday, so I was excited. The Phillies were a win away from winning the World Series, and they did it like the next game. Rusty, I'm kind of surprised at that as well. I think that they're going to. I don't think that they have a choice. I think that they have no choice here, but they're trying to figure out who's going to be worthwhile to get rid of. And if you start benching guys before the trade deadline, it kind of puts it kind of puts you on notice there, and that you lose any type of value for that player. So if you want to try to get something worthwhile, you can't bench them. So that's probably the issue on what they're doing, Rusty. I wish I could say that there was a better answer than that, but unfortunately, that's what I think is going on. That they have no choice; they have to play these guys until at least April 12th. Once they get to April 12th, then everything kind of changes for them. If everybody's still here on April 12th, you're going to see a lot of healthy scratches. A lot of healthy scratches. I think that you're going to start to see, Lindblom sit, and stuff like that. And I'm again, I'm only hypothesizing that. I mean, I could, when AV came here, he said how that it didn't matter if you were a veteran. If you aren't playing, if you're not playing well, you're not going to play. But he ain't got no choice now. It's like they continually PU. They're just PU right now.
It's got up on the boards. Here's Couturier. Knocked down by Letty. And see Couturier knocked off the puck that easily very often. Now that they will clear.
Yeah, I think it was a good dime call after Myers getting away with that shot on Matt Martin when he pushed him down.
Here's Hayes poking it free to Patrick. Patrick, back to
Let's go. Let's go.
Mayfield Lawton after in the corner. Mayfield jabbed it up to Bailey and they clear the zone. That's a very simple play there, Jonesy, but that's what makes the Islanders so good. Mayfield won that race. There's a little more hunger for that puck.
Yeah, then they make the line change, get fresh legs out there, and manage the last minute of a period, a very important minute. Gary Trout's very good at getting the
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You got a 3 on. Nobody paying attention. I hate them drop passes when there's nobody knows. Nobody has a clue.
Everly gains the line, holds, drops it off. Barzell back to Everly, and his pass off a leg back the other way. Hayes has it. His pass for connecting 9 seconds in the period, and across the line. The line fire saves.
Well, at least he got it on net. At least he got it on net. D, I hear you. I hear you, D. This is a frustrating team to watch. It's a very frustrating team to watch. And here we are. At the end of 2 periods, the Islanders are up 2-0. Again, the Flyers are Flyers win the shots on goal in that period, 11-7. But it doesn't matter. They have 2 goals on 10 shots, 8 saves. Rusty, I'm okay with both of them going. I'll be honest. I'm a Giroux fan. I like Giroux. So I would like to see him go to a cup contender, and I think that he would do well with a cup contender. I don't know who's going to be able to take his contract. He only has 1 year left on his contract with next year. I think that there's only like 2 or 3 teams that could actually do it. Voracek, I could care less. Voracek, bye. Voracek. I wouldn't mind seeing him go. But again, he's got a harder contract to get rid of. You know what I mean? I'm hoping Seattle picks him up. That's the only team that's going to really be able to take Voracek. You're not going to see him trade at the deadline. If somebody trades for him at the deadline, that's going to be amazing. But I doubt it. The only way you're going to do that is to get rid of somebody else's bad contract. You know what I mean? And I don't see that happening because there's not many players out there that are making a lot of money. So unless you're taking dead money, because that's what'll happen. You'd be taking dead money. Somebody who retired and you got 2 more years left to pay him, or somebody who got hurt or whatever. Just that's the way it would be. But the Flyers stink right now. They just stink. They stink out loud. But I do have this trivia question. When was the last time 3 Philly teams played all in the same day and they all won the game? It has happened. I won't say it was recent, but and it takes some work. It takes some work to find out. I had to do a lot of research. There's only so many times that there's three teams that play on the same day. So now it's definitely happens a lot more often in the wintertime, but it does happen in the springtime too. And there is times where when there's 4 teams that will play. But that's rare. That's rare that all 4 teams are playing. And very rarely do you see all 4 teams playing at home the same day. But sometimes you see 3. I mean, they used to do that with the Spectrum, the day-night doubleheader, and then the Eagles would be playing as well. So that was always fun to do because I would work those games. I'd make a lot of money. I was a busboy at the Spectrum at a place called the Ovations Club. For anybody who was older and remembers the Spectrum, it was called the Blue Line Club when it first opened. Then it turned to Ovations Club. Then it turned to Bullies once it was for the Phantoms. And there would be times on Sundays when the Eagles would play, the club would open up for breakfast, and they would have this fantastic breakfast buffet for people that were going over to the Eagles game. And then after that, you would have like a 1 o'clock Sixers game or a 1 o'clock Flyers game, and then they would change over the ice. So I would work like a 14, 15-hour day. And anything, it was a union job, so anything over 8 hours was overtime. And I tell you, I was making lots of money. I tell you, so I started working there because my family worked there at 14, all my life. So at 14 years old, I got a job there. I had saved enough money between 14 and 17 years old. Then I went backpacking through Europe between my junior and senior year. Of course, after my senior year, I went into the Navy, so I went right into boot camp. Wasn't quite thing, but my junior and senior year, we went backpacking through Europe. I went to Ireland, England, Holland, Belgium, France, West Germany, and made it through East Germany. We drove through Luxembourg, which is a whole 45-minute drive. It's one of the smallest countries in the world. I watched somebody take a nosedive off of the Notre Dame Church. At 17 years old, that's something to see. Yeah, it wasn't a very good day that day, but got to see a lot of different things. And I've been traveling around the world. Yeah, I love traveling. Traveling's great. That's why I enjoy doing away games. I love going to different stadiums and stuff. I love seeing different things. But I'm also, like, when I went over to Italy, there's only so much that I can do of sightseeing. Ruins look like they're ruined. You know what I mean? You see them, great. Hey, you go see the things. You go through it pretty quickly, and then I get bored. You know what I mean? I want to do stuff. Where do I find? You go to the different to the pubs, different pubs. That's where you get to find what people are like there. You know what I mean? Especially England was a lot of fun. You know what I mean? I went to Wimbledon. I got to see a cricket match. I've done, black pudding. Black pudding is very similar to scrapple. Actually, it's different, but it's similar. So I've done all those different types of things. But then when I came back out of the service, I went back to work at the Ovations Club, and it was then called Bullies, and I used to work backstage. So I would set up dressing rooms for different acts, which sounds great. It wasn't so great. just when you're doing that, when you're dealing with high profile people, uh, they want some weird things. They want some weird things. I mean, uh, just some of the weird requests, and I couldn't tell you who it was that requested it, but like I had to get put together in one of the dressing rooms a bowl of gummy bears, but I had to take out all of the green ones. There couldn't be green gummy bears. Okay. M&Ms, same thing with the M&Ms. No red M&Ms, but that was a big deal with red M&Ms. The dye was like cancerous or something like that, so people started to think about that for a little bit. It was kind of funny, but I don't know. Some of it was fun. Some of it was not so fun. Like I said, going out and getting different things. That was like a concierge for the acts. If they wanted something, you got to go run and grab it. But a lot of great people I met too. Like I'll tell you, the one thing that really kind of touched me, Billy Ray Cyrus. Of all the people that in the world that you think of, Billy Ray Cyrus was a very the red dye number 5. That's what it was. Red dye number 5 would have allergic reactions and stuff like that. So I'd have to pull out all the red M&Ms. I don't know what the story was about the green gummy bears. Just might have been a personal thing with that person, but I just know I had to do it. And you got to have a whole bowl of gummy bears. You got to make sure all the green ones are out. So, ultimately, what you're doing is you're taking them from one bowl, and and you're wearing gloves and everything, but you're touching every gummy bear. It's like I don't know if I'd want to do that either, but whatever. To each their own. It's funny, Renee. You're talking about that. Like the brown ones, the light brown ones. There's always the dark brown ones, but the light brown ones were the ones that were the least common, and I don't know why they were, but they had a dark brown, which looked like dark chocolate. Then they had the light brown that was like the milk chocolate looking, and they were always the most uncommon. And then they switched up to blue. Like they had blue for a minute, and then they stopped them, and then they came back. Then you had the yellow ones, and I don't know. Back in the day, I used to see which color coding would be the strongest one. Because you figure the color might have something to do with the strength, so you could try to push the two together, see which one would break. Yellow ones always seem to be the stronger coating. Don't know why that is, but if you put the two M&Ms together, the yellow coating always seemed to break the other colors. Little fun fact, nothing to do with hockey. Any answers on when was the last time the 3 Philly teams played and they all won the game? Anybody got an answer for it? Also, just to let everybody know, there are a few things that are happening here with Philly sports trips that I should be talking about a little bit. We have announced that we are going. I'm gonna pull this up here and I'm gonna see if I can copy this picture. Let's see. Nope, I can't do that. It's not letting me do it. Anyways, June 26th, we are going up to Citi Field, and the Phillies are taking on the Mets, and we're going up there. It's a Saturday, June 26th. We're going to leave early in the morning from. Let's see. We'll be attending the Phillies June 26th at 4:10 p.m. We're going to leave on charter buses from South Philadelphia and the stadiums in the morning and have a tailgate party hosted by Cavs Catering up in New York. It was a great time back in 2019, and we're definitely going to do it. We're going to be on the Budweiser party deck section to watch the Phillies take on the Mets. And we will all be back home on Saturday night after the game. all inclusive, and you're going to receive a custom T-shirt, all for $189. $189 to go see the Mets and the Phillies up at Citi Field, and we'll watch the Phillies smack them down. Definitely want to check that out. PhillySportsTrips.com. When you're going to it, definitely let them know that the Philly Sports Guy. When you heard about, how'd you hear about it? From the Philly Sports Guy. Definitely let them know that. And also the other big trip that's going to be happening. Now they got a couple of big trips. July 3rd. This is if you want to go down to Nashville, Tennessee, if you are a Union fan, Philadelphia Union, the soccer team, we're going down to Nashville on July 3rd. It's going to be it's a 3-night stay at the Renaissance Nashville Hotel in downtown Nashville. It's near all the action and stuff like that. And on Monday night, we're going to go see the Union versus Nashville SC. We leave. The group leaves on Saturday, July 3rd, from Philadelphia Airport, and returns on Tuesday, July 6th. So that means we get to do July 4th in Nashville. That's going to be a trip that you want to go to. I don't know if you've been to Nashville. I was absolutely there for the draft a couple of years ago, and that was amazing. It starts at $849 a person. If you are a son of Ben, if it's $8.99, if you're not a son of Ben, but I tell you, it's definitely something that you want to check out. Go to PhillySportsTrips.com. They said they got tons of trips, and like I said, everybody's getting ready to go for the Eagles game. We'd have people go to Flyers games right now, but some stadiums are good, some stadiums aren't right good. Arenas are good, some aren't good right now. It is what it is. And still no answers to this question. When was the last time 3 Philly teams played and they all won the game? I know this is a tough one. It's happened a lot. Like I said, 28 times that there have been the teams have won, but it's been it hasn't happened in a little while. We'll say that. And it wasn't the time that you would think. That's an interesting looking TikTok. Huh. As I'm watching these commercials for Godzilla versus Kong, I don't know if anybody's seen this movie. I did. I watched it today. I'm not super excited about Godzilla versus Kong. You know what I mean? That's not my type of thing. I will say, though, I absolutely will say that Mortal Kombat movie looks intense. That looks really cool. Anybody think the Flyers are going to come back? Anybody think that the Flyers are going to actually have something to say in this game? I don't know that they are, but I'm interested to hear if somebody thinks that they could actually come back and win this game. Them goals. I can't stand them. Can't stand it. Not even a little bit. And we're on the third period. Trying to get underway. Yeah, 3 of 4 games. I can't stand these baseball series against teams. Yeah. Yeah. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we have 4 games in a row against the Devils. Yeah, it's yeah. What's up, Miles Sanders? How you doing, my man? I wish there was a lot more excitement here. I wish I could be more excited about what's going on. I will give an update. The Sixers are up 43-36 with 7 minutes left to go in the second period, in the second quarter. Yeah, they have had some impressive comeback wins, but yeah, I can appreciate that, Miles Sanders, but I'm a glutton for punishment. Time for us to get it together. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. It's a 2-0 hole to start the third period, and we'll see what happens. Come on, come on. That was a good shot. It got through and everything. I like that. Uh-oh. Why do I feel like that they scored again? There we go. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, because he felt mesmerized because he's too busy puck watching. That's what they do. They puck watch. They don't actually solve any problems.
Patrick got it back to the point. Sabers shot. Save made to the corner, but Patrick had it tipped away as Islanders. Zizeki's got it out. Now he's on the puck. Hit across the Philadelphia. Zizeki's to the backhand. Send it into the blue paint. It bounces around and through. And the Flyers have it.
They got to do something here. They got to do something. Let's go, Flyers. Let's go.
With a quick pass, Zizeki's has it again. Up the right wing. Zizeki's around behind, ridden by Sanheim. Gostisbehere comes in to get the puck. Double. Fails to get that puck deep, and Barzal will stay it back.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
point. Provorov shot. Watch in front here, Barzell. He'll get the bullet. High bullet. Holding on. Now skating it in. Off on the right wing. Looks the return feed. It's Everly sifting it along the dasher. Provorov gives to Myers, who was all tied up. Stick goes flying in the air, and there was Barzell in front. Boxed up. Here's the shot by Bullet Glove. Save, Hart. A penalty upcoming. Big save by Hart, but there will be a penalty.
Yeah, Provorov's going to get the penalty.
Yeah, I don't know why it is that I'm always getting behind there. Yeah, you saw that like a half hour before I did there, Ed. That.
Turned it over. Flyers have it again, looking to rush shorthanded. The Islanders are back. Wallstrom will drop the puck back to Letty.
Like to see something happen here, but
The Islanders change players. Their second unit out. At least second unit out.
Yeah, you're fine, Ed. That's fine. I was able to. I saw it, and then I'm waiting for the penalty to happen. And I know that he didn't have a stick or whatever, but that's like a frustration penalty, I think. I was able to catch up a little bit. I was way behind. I don't know why it does that too. Like, I don't know what causes that to happen. This, I tell you, YouTube TV stinks. I don't know why it is that I continually am losing.
We'll call that a good defensive play, which is tough to do in the game today.
Everly will take this draw against Brzezinski, who gets some penalty kill time. Won the draw. Myers able to clear it all the way down as Letty cut it off. And now here's Everly with a nice move. It's it back out to Letty.
Let's go, let's go. Pay attention, pay attention. Good block. Cool. They're forever getting stick checks. Stick checks are amazing for other teams. I don't know why we can't seem to do it.
And Barzell didn't get any much broken to stick on that shot. But he did. Flyers get the puck and clear it all the way down. That'll do it for the Islander power play. Flyers back to full strength.
There we go.
5 minutes into this third period.
5 minutes going through the third period. They're still down 2-0. Need something to come about. Let's go. Let's go. Let's make something happen. Let's do something here.
And they're watching that one closely. That's not a problem the Flyers can take.
Yeah, Clutterbuck just ran over Gostisbehere. Moran was quick there to react and make sure Clutterbuck knew that he saw it. Here's the Islanders' puck movement shot with another rebound opportunity, and there goes Gostisbehere behind, and that's why Sam Moran was
right
to turn around and give a shot to Clutterbuck. There's a shattered stick by Barzell and that one-time opportunity. That's right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say they ain't doing much checking.
And the Islanders, in the draw here, Moran has stick tied up by Clutterbuck. They scramble. Now it's Zizekas. Back out to the point. Bullock across for Pellick. Wrist shot. Was blocked. Bounces out this way. Zizekas was after it. Flyers have it instead. Henry Zyk across for Couturier. Gains the line. Waits.
Shoot it. Come on.
You said that a lot in this game. A lot of block shots.
There'll be a cross ice. That one tipped by Pellick. Gathered by Zizekas. Takes a hit from Farabee as he skies one out to center ice. Yeah, the Islanders are very trucks. Always near the top of the league in blocks. Fourth in the NHL in blocks coming into play today.
Yeah, we used to be good at that. We used to be good at block shots. I remember that.
At DraftKings, the bucks don't stop flowing when the puck drops. Live betting adds a whole new dimension to your hockey sweat. So download the DraftKings.
Not anymore. Not anymore. We don't seem to be.
Giroux on this draw against Pajot. Goes to the corner and Pajot after it there. Voracek and Giroux get the puck away from him again. Giroux will send it up the dasher. Konechny is checked. Got it back.
They've been doing a lot of good stick checks. A lot of good stick checks. Come on. Yeah, they get one in.
And the Flyers cut the lead in half. It's 2-1.
A really determined look there on Claude Giroux's face as he banks that off the goalpost and in. Good job on the forecheck by Travis Konechny. Takes Wahlstrom out right there. Wahlstrom trying to hit him and goes in awkwardly, hits his face right on the ice. And Travis quickly moves that puck. There's this.
There we go. That was a nice backhand shot. Up and over. That's what you got to do. He likes to go down. This goalie likes to go down. You got to shoot it up high.
He hit double figures on the year with his 10th. His 20th career goal against the Islanders. He now has 62 points against the Islanders, more than any other team in the NHL. So the Flyers. Yates couldn't get that pass too, otherwise they were looking dangerous again. Now Sanheim tipped the puck almost way to Villiers. Myers is back to get it up center.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Get a little bit of fire now. Shoot it. It's all right. It's all right. Keep putting it. Got to keep putting it on net. Got to keep putting it on net.
Myers stumbled, lost his balance as he was getting to the board. He's obviously in a lot of pain and going right off.
Oh, I think that's a shoulder thing. Looks like he might have did his shoulder. Hey, listen, guys, I haven't done one yet, so I got to do a quick station identification. So I'll be back in 90 seconds.
You're listening to Northeast Streaming Sports. A group of independent podcasts came together under one umbrella to give you a network that streams from Northeast, New York, down the East Coast to Louisiana, and across the Atlantic Ocean to the United Kingdom. Northeast Streaming Sports streams live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Can be seen on Twitter and Instagram. Audio carried on Spotify with our own website for the best sports information, updates, commentary, and entertainment. Sportscope, TGI Sports Talk, The Safety and the Sports Writer, The Philly Sports Guy, The Mac and Jack Sports Show, Stu's Wrestling Podcast, Four Stripes on Ice, Talking Baseball with Sal and Gioletti, Unscripted, The Big Shaw Sports Report, Frankie C Sports, Fantasy Football Face-Off, 12 shows and growing. There's one place to get your sports on Northeast Streaming Sports.
Hey.
Brock Nelson immediately signaling for the referees to blow the whistle. And there's a heavy collision into the boards there. Upper body.
No give down there.
No, there's not.
He went right to the locker room, holding his arm close to his body. And pass called there, so the whistle. It's been a tough season physically for Phil Myers. He's been battling a lot of different things.
Yeah, I think that's a shoulder.
on the 10th of the year for Giroux to make this a 2-1 game. Although Wallstrom needs some repairs after his tumble to the ice at the other end. A tough game. And it gets tougher as you move closer to the playoffs and into the playoffs.
Come on, boy.
Huge trouble. Everly's knocked down. Got it to Barzal. Everly stopped by Hart, and Hart's got the puck. Huge save for Carter Hart. There will be a penalty, but Hart able to keep it a 1-goal game.
Yeah, a little frustration from Barzal right there. You'll see Provorov here get tangled up a little bit, falls down, tries to trip up. Everly does, and then Carter Hart comes up with a blocker save there. Barzal's trying to slide it underneath the blocker side. There's the tripping penalty. And watch the backhand right here by Barzal. And somehow Carter Hart managed to.
That was a good save. Good save by Carter.
And the Islanders still heading to the power play here, but had a chance to go up by 2 on that Barzal breakaway. He does not miss.
Ridiculous. They continually do this over and over and over again.
Checked and good work there by the Flyers. Giroux will send it all the way down. Bounces and Sorokin will swat away. Give him the defensive.
Since I don't think anybody's going to get that trivia question, I'm going to take it off the board.
Huge kill for the Flyers. They try to get that puck away from Nelson.
We got to do something here. We got to do something here. Let's go.
Bailey and along the board. Get it back to the point. Backs it across. Big time shot. Carter Hart keeping the Flyers within 1. Twice down there the last sequence. Mark goes down.
Yeah, the glove hands been a lot better in this one, hasn't it? That's another Ryan Bullock blast.
Let's go. Let's go. We need something.
Right in the wheelhouse. He rips that shot right to the screen of God.
And he needed to. And he needed to. No rebounds there because that guy was right there ready to put it in.
Wondering when that first goal was. Amazing. That was his shot. We talked about this before. Yeah. Get the feeling when he starts scoring, they're going to come quickly.
Yeah, he's been on a roll before, but this year he can't get a goal.
Johnson's pass the Islanders going ahead of the play. They had to pull it back. Now they move it ahead. And then the cross-ice pass intercepted. Couturier will have to go back deep in his own plane up the wall.
Right.
The Flyers do. They're in the zone. 50 seconds remain on the Islander power play. Just past the 9-minute mark of this third period. There's Barzal. Lenny. Now mark around to Barzal. We'll get it to the point Everly. Now play it to
Let's go. Let's go.
Tosses it back to.
Pay attention to the guy in front. Pay attention to the guy in front.
Barzal up the wall, now changes direction, takes a look, and then does go back to the point to Lenny. Lenny moves to the middle, back to Barzal. Barzal turns, fires, and then hit Braun in front. 8 seconds in the power play. Flynn one does clear the zone, and then following up, the Flyers do get the puck in as Lazinski fouls it all the way to the net. Force Sorokin to play the puck away. Flyers back to full strength, they kill it off. They're still.
All right, let's go. Let's go. 10 minutes left to go. We got 10 minutes to make this happen.
Takes the puck back from Voracek and steps right into trouble. The backhand, this one up high. There's Konecny off his glove. Then an Islanders will play to continue. Through off to Konecny. Quick shot. Put it off now. Voracek around.
Come on, boys. Come on. Put it in. There you go. Bam! That's 2, baby. That's what I'm talking about. One backhand, one forehand, bam! Right. Bam! What a great wrist shot that was. We ain't done yet. Right, exactly. Exactly. And they have a turnover. They have a turnover that goes the way it's supposed to. We ain't done yet. We ain't done yet. We got more work to do. We got more work to do, but it's nice. It's nice to see another turnover. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Shoot it. That's right. That's right. I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that play. And a TV timeout. Yeah, I was just about to give that call. 64-60 at halftime. Flyers, 8 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the third period, tied at 2. Both the goals by G. Actually, two guys scored all the goals so far. Bouvier, or whatever you call his name is, Bouvier, he scored at 12:01 in the first period, 15:40 in the second period, and then Giroux at 6:38 and 10:32. That's what I like to see. I like to see that. Let's see him get the natural hat trick.
We are all tied up at 2 with 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining.
He has been a beast today. G, you know what? G has been coming on a little bit strong as of late. You know, like I said, it's, you know, I as much as I, yeah, like I said, I think that he would be better with a cup contender right now. I wouldn't mind seeing him on a cup contender. I love, you know, I like G. You know, I know that I'm critical of his play as well, but.
It would be gigantic and the most important week of the season. And I think Scotty hit the nail on the head there. Carter Hart has been outstanding in this game and a couple of key saves here in the third period with the Islanders trying to lead.
The big, he's probably been the biggest right here, Carter Hart. I agree, Zach. I agree. I'm a G fan. That I do agree with, Eddie. If he's not going to be the vocal guy, you got to do it with your play, and he has been as of late. He's. Oh, come on, guys. Poor passes by Voracek. I feel like he's just lazy about it. I feel like that's his problem a little bit sometimes. He's just lazy. If they're going to let up the center of the ice, keep doing it. That's right. That's right. Keep going. If they're going to give up the center of the ice, take it from there. You got to take it. The one post and then the other post. Pating. Pating. Let's go. Let's go. I didn't hear no bell. I didn't hear no bell.
They're in back ahead. Couturier trying to get that through, but Villiers knocked it down, and now Mayfield ahead. Rolls it. Hart will play it. Santa will move it up. Myers is on the ice. He's back on the bench. There he is with a puck. He'll backhand in. So that's great news for the Flyers. That looks serious. Here's Couturier trying to fish this puck free behind the net.
Yeah, they said he's fine. Oh.
People play by Barry, but Sorokin knocked it down. Now back out it comes Provorov across. Myers in along the boards. Bounces to the corner, and Islanders will get their first Nelson. Throwing it across to Letty. He makes it all the way down, but no.
That's icing. That's icing. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's go.
Some tired Islanders on the ice right now. That icing, Phil Myers was asked by Shane Gostisbehere, "Are you all right?" He said, "I'm fine." That is good news for the Flyers. That was not a good-looking play as he went into the boards awkwardly.
Let's go.
3 players up in a minute on this shift. Flyers need to win this draw and take advantage. They get the draw one shot. Hayes, and it was blocked. And it's Mayfield moving it up. And whipping that puck deep. 6.5 to go in the third. Here's
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
on pass. It was tipped, so no icing. Eddie Green there. Long from Martin. He's tied up, but got it to Zizekas. The Clutterbuck to the middle. Now by Provorov. The Islanders are there to hammer it in. Braun after Zizekas. But
All right. Come on. Come on. Another giveaway in the zone. Got to be smarter with the puck. Oh.
Going to the Philadelphia line, stopped by Gostisbehere, tried to go across ice, made its way through. And I'm up. Voracek gains the line around one.
Put it on net.
This is Barzell. Yeah, Barzell with that pass. It becomes icing instead of a Barzell.
Nice, nice. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, they will take that. And Giroux trying to set up this play. The tickets are on sale for all April games. Get tickets at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com. Catch a game like this.
Let's go, Flyers.
Yes, they do. I'm going to figure out sometimes it's Anaheim. Letting it through Voracek. Deep into the Islanders zone.
The other way, it bounces to Voracek and put it to himself. Voracek takes it to the corner. Voracek trying to one-handed through the Konecny. Konecny's got it now. Touch pass right back to Jake. Voracek banks it. Sanheim shot into traffic.
Oh.
Konecny with a dribble wide. Konecny wins another puck battle. Turns to the puck and then lost it. He goes back after it, but it's Barzell instead. Back Barzell up the right wing. Trying to cut in the middle. He's stripped clean by Sanheim. Travis Sanheim sells things 4:35.
Let's go. Let's go. We got more work to do. We got more work to do.
And now it's Lazinski who will just flip it to the Islanders zone. Letty knocked it down, but Lazinski gets it back. Looking for Lazinski, but it ends up on the stick of the.
I hear Lazinski. That makes me think of the Bull.
Working his own net. Whenever they start around 4 minutes to play, the puck skips out of play.
All right.
Which brings us to a break.
4 minutes left to go. 4 minutes left to go. Let's make it happen. I want to see it. I want to see a win. I want to see this win. Let's go. Let's go.
2 free zones and camera time for the bench heroes. And the best part, more action.
Got 4 minutes left to go. Wouldn't it be nice to win this in regulation? Get one a goal real fast. Let's see. Let's see. I think they do it. I think they can come back. I think they're going to come back and win this one. I don't think the Islanders have it in them tonight. And again, the Flyers are winning the shot battle. in this period as well. 10-6. I mean, they've outshot the Islanders 31-16. But the shots that the Islanders have been getting have been like high-end chances. I mean, I think that the Islanders are what? They got probably they have to have like somewhere around 12 or 14 scoring chances in this game. This doesn't really give it the stats like that.
When you're ready, we're ready.
Yeah, that doesn't.
The RAV4 Minutes to Play is brought to you by Toyota. Visit Toyota.com to find your 2021 RAV4 Toyota.
Yeah, it doesn't really say scoring chances here. Doesn't give them that stat.
Those are bucks that entered the net. You talk about shots. Flyers have been a very busy team. Shots attempted. More than a 2-1 advantage to the Flyers. 53-25. That's against the team that's only lost once in regulation time in this building. And back in March, a month which we've already talked about, didn't go well for the Flyers. They had the third best shot differential in the league. Go figure. How do you explain that?
I can't. So that was a
Yeah, that's.
The games where they played well and won, which was not that frequently in March, they did really play well. Some of the losses, they were blowout losses. So I think some of that put a dent in some players' confidence.
There's Couturier sending it in. They get a lot of confidence for the win in this one. As the puck goes back to the point, a shot blocked off by Cizikas. The play up the boards didn't get much on that, but Martin is able to pull there to center. Drilled right back in by Philadelphia. 3:25 to play in the third. Letty across for Mayfield.
Let's go. Let's go. I want to see something happen. Let's make something happen here.
So the Flyers win it. And they'll chip to Islander ice, but it's right back out off the stick of Nelson. And then poke to the Philadelphia zone. It's jammed right back out by Braun. And then has to reach back and play it across. Flyers look to start.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's do something here. Then gives it back away.
Now Bullock pressured by Patrick. Nearly gave that up. Has to go back into the corner. Takes a hit from Patrick, but got it out through center and all the way down. It will be icing.
Nice, nice. I like that. I like that. Put G back out there again. It might be time for him to get that trick. As I say, they have only had 16 shots on net, but I want to say they've had like 12 to 14 scoring chances. I mean, it seems like every time that their shots on goal, it's been a scoring chance. Tell you, the Flyers have lost all the faceoffs on in the third period on icings. They gotta win a couple of these faceoffs if they want to win this game.
Now across it comes to Travis Sanheim. His stretch pass too far for Giroux, becomes icing. That's a risk.
Yeah, the good news is Giroux's on the ice for the face-off.
Right.
And he is at the end of a long sequence. We'll have to dig in here, just one center on the ice though for the Flyers for this defensive zone face-off. Drew's got to be careful he doesn't get kicked out.
Cizikas draws, and he's after this puck, takes it back to the point. Pelika's shot, blind out, high dribble was the hard, he'll scoop it up. Yeah, good time.
All right.
Whistle right there. Flyers get a fresh use.
Yeah, exactly. Get some better legs on the ice. Let's go. Let's go. Flyers, I feel like, have lost a lot of the faceoffs in this game.
Just in case. 4 of 14 draws in this game, but Flyers get this one. Couturier will move it ahead. and he couldn't get the puck deep, and the Flyers ended up even being offside. Islanders will play it down there. Ron gets to it. With the other boys, it's a turnover in front. Save hard up of Conrad. Didn't get much on it, but Hart still had to get it away. And Riesdyk turns it over at the Islander line, and it's played back into the Philadelphia zone. They're pretty solid in that area for most of this period, the Flyers, but a couple of turnovers there.
Right. Got to stop doing the turnovers, the giveaways.
Played nicely by Farabee deep into the Islander zone. Farabee taken into the boards by Nelson. Got the armor on him a bit, but this late in the game, they're going to let that go. And now Bailey scoops it up and toward the line. And now it's out to center. Just a scrum, and finally the
minute to go left in the third period. Let's go.
The third period, 2-2 game. Here's one. Flutters it deep to Islander ice. Hayes tries to get in on the forecheck. Hellick instead to Pavillier. Pavillier will play it off the boards ahead. There's Bailey shoveling to the Flyer line. Glove down there.
Let's go. Let's go. Go ahead and put Giroux back out there again for the last 45 seconds. Let's go.
Was off the stick of Giroux deep into the Islander zone. Mayfield is able to get to it. Mayfield to Barzell. Barzell around one to the Flyer line. Barzell the shot. Chest save. Hart and Hill hanging up to the game. 7 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, a couple of late saves here for Carter Hart as well. A backhand.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wide open in front, and then Barzell using his speed on the rush. A little chip pass to Barzell, and then let him do the rest of the work. Konecny trying to catch him, and Flyers back in good defensive positioning, forcing that shot from the outside.
This draw will be to Carter's.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Islanders won another one. Here is Mayfield, a shot, and Eddie traffic skitters wide. Back out the other way. Letty around behind the net. Barzell centers. Everly back at her. Save Hart. Rebound. They can't find it. Peugeot.
Wow. That is a mess. That is a mess.
The puck sitting around the Flyer net. The Flyers don't get the puck or the man, but that time Hart got the save a couple of times. And Carter Hart, a big reason why this game is heading to overtime.
Well, we got a point. We got a point. You got to look at these things good. Now it's time to get to 2. Flyers have been good in overtime. I like to see it happen. I like to see it happen. Let's go. Let's go. Eddie, you are. They tried to give it back. They tried. I don't know why it is like they get like messy. They get messy at the end of a game and stuff like that. They tried to lose that. They did try to lose that. It's all right. I think we do this. I think we get it. I think we bring it. I think we win this game.
The best-selling BMW X3 is the 2021 X3 for $449 per month.
Let's go, Flyers.
And by the Toyota Camp, now is available all-wheel drive. Visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today.
The Nassau Coliseum.
Islanders got the first 2, courtesy of Anthony Pavillier. Flyers got the last 2, courtesy of Cole Giroux. Let's look at the third period highlights.
Yeah, Travis Konecny had a really strong third period as well. Picks up the assist there on Giroux's first goal. And Konecny and Voracek team up with Giroux for the second goal for the captain. And Carter Hart doing his part. It was an outstanding save throughout this game.
Mess.
For the chance late. Another one for Barzell in the last couple of minutes. And then Everly for the first shot. And then Peugeot with a follow-up. And Carter Hart, 2 great saves.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's put this game away. Let's put this game away. Let's go.
Up until the last game these teams played, that was Pavillier winning the game in Philadelphia a couple weeks back. So underway, each team a point, one more to be had. Letty to Pavillier. Pavillier moving across to Peugeot. Peugeot decides not to go into the zone. He'll drift back with it. Drew out there with Provorov and Voracek for the Flyers. The Islanders into the Villiers. He'll dig his way in. Cut to the middle on Voracek. Hold, fire, save, Hart. Voracek got the rebound and got checked off the puck. He comes back and takes the Islander off the puck, but the Islanders then get it back in the play, all the way back into their own zone. And that's going to allow the Flyers time to change.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's Letty. But he has Barzell and Everly. Connecting out to the Flyers, as you see on the forecheck. Is that to Letty, but now it's Barzell. The work on Couturier. Barzell cuts to the middle. Barzell back to Everly. Everly checks, still has it. Holds, pivots. And now it's Bullock. He'll drop it back to Everly. Everly maneuvers toward the net. Drops it.
Go!
No one home. Couturier trying to get to this puck.
It's
Turns with it.
ah.
Spring a teammate on goal. It's tipped away. Connecting still after it. But the Islanders have it 2-on-2 the other way.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
This one's back out to center. It's past the 90-second mark of the overtime. The Islanders trying to make changes here. They have tired Flyers on the ice, so they'll make the change. There you see the times for the forwards for the Flyers. They are going to get connecting off the ice. Here's Bailey. Bailey in across the line. Bailey drops. Pellick back to Bailey. The shot goes.
All right, let's go now. Let's go.
That's an outstanding save again by Carter Hardy. This snares yet another opportunity. Islanders have been looking high glove throughout this game. This time it's Josh Bailey from a tough angle there. The rolling puck may have been going wide, but sure looks good. That's great for Carter Hart to grab that no rebound opportunity.
Here's Gostisbehere. He's out with Lawton now and Hayes. Gostisbehere will get to Hayes.
Come on, let's bring it up now. Let's bring it up. Where was everybody?
And it's Hayes circling back all the way back behind his own net. So the start up. Hayes looking back, then moves forward. And then to wait as Lawton was in the zone. Back to Gostisbehere. He'll look for Hayes. And across one on the left wing. Puck rolling on him. He's able to steady it. They'll get it to Gostisbehere. They'll take it back out to center. Flyers starting to change now. The pass. Voracek off the bench, trying to center it. The tips and a goal save made by Sorokin as Hayes is looking for that redirect. Now it's Provorov back. Take down at 2 minutes remaining in the overtime.
Come on.
Racing through center. Wins Giroux. Voracek holds on. Cuts. And then it's tipped away. Provorov gets back to it. Provorov drops to Giroux. Giroux will blast one. It's off the skate to the corner. Provorov is there. Provorov had his stick tied up by the Islanders. And that was Villiers. Ends up going back down into the Flyer zone. Now Giroux, the long stretch pass. They move it ahead. Voracek going to the left. Tried to redirect it, but it went to the corner. And now it's Villiers. Dropping it back to Pellick. That's the 90 seconds remaining now in this overtime. Pellick to the Villiers. He'll float one out, looking for the always dangerous Barzell. Get across the Philadelphia line. Waits. Holds on to the puck, shimmies, and then sends it down low. And Letty with a tip that went through the blue paint wide. Overall, trying to get to this puck. Flyers trying to dance out the center, hoping he would win that battle, but it got caught up on the wall. Everly wins that puck battle. Everly the shot, and I thought I heard a ping there as it did not go.
Right, it was ping, but I think it was more from the. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Come on, stop playing with the puck.
Couturier now spins back toward the wall. Everly pass to Bullock and now back to Barzell. Barzell takes it to the line and starts toward the net. Barzell cuts him and a shot deflected to the corner. Everly after it. Couturier.
Come on.
Wait for it. The arm is up and a slashing penalty.
On who?
15 seconds remaining in the overtime.
It's on Sanheim as he went right back after Barzell.
You kidding me?
Take a look at it. Barzell making the move towards the middle of the ice, and Sanheim stick ever so slightly catches the hands of Barzell. Barzell making sure the ref.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
And then the pass down low, letting get the chance to connect. He gets his stick in the way there before chasing after Nick Letty in the corner.
That gives the Islanders a 4-on-3 advantage here for 15 seconds. They have called time to try to organize a play off this face-up.
Yeah, and give Barzell a breather as well. He's been out there for an extended shift, so their top player gets a chance to get his air back.
Yeah, it didn't look like a slash to me there either, Ed, but.
Overall, discussing things as they head back out onto the ice. Alstrom still bleeding from his earlier mishap. Joe will take the draw. No Barzell. Yep. So it's Pajot against Couturier. The puck in the circle. Couturier got his skate on it. Bounces down. He'll Sorokin will try to get the Islanders back up ice. They do have time. 6 seconds. Only get across the line.
No time. No time. No time. No time.
Doing his part for the Flyers. So this guy, Carter Hart, was Taylor Chevrolet player of the game. It's Paul Giroux with the 2 third-period goals. Couple of jammies. Backhands.
Be nice if he gets one on this on these penalty shots to win this game. Be nice. Be nice if he did that one. Let's go.
He's only been in one shootout in his NHL career. So perhaps looking at some stuff in the KHL. As you look at this huge week, the 3 games against the Bruins, the final 3 times the Flyers play the Bruins.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The third shootout can be for both clubs. Islanders 2-1. Flyers 1-2. Flyers are 3-7 all time against the Islanders in shootouts. Carter Hart 4-3 in his career in shootouts. Sorokin won that only shootout he was in.
Let's go. Let's go.
Better than 1 for 3 this year. 36% on his career. That's it off the left wing.
There's a save.
Was in great position for this attempt. This is a tricky player. And Carter Hart right there is able to get the blocker or stick.
And he puts the blocker on it. Let's go. Let's go, Coots.
28% on his career. He'll score to the right wing and on in.
Oh!
And Couturier that close to giving the Flyers the shootout lead.
Pitting.
This one that fires it right off the post there. Not a lot of room, but it goes off the
Pitting.
2 for 2 this year, 4 for 8 in his career, and has 2 goals in this game, obviously. With speed, he's in. And Hart follows that one up.
And he saves it. Let's go. Let's go.
Looking to try to find a hole. He's looking 5 holes and eventually to the blocker. Carter Hart doing really well in tracking that pocket.
Nice. Nice save. Nice save.
His 10th career shootout attempt has been good. 4 for 9. And he's 1 for 1 this year. Tries to give the Flyers the lead in the shootout. And yes, missed it wide. It remains scoreless.
Yeah, not a lot there trying to shoot high glove and just got way too much on it. So it resets and gets ready for the next one. There was a little opening there, just missed it.
Yeah.
Oliver Wahlstrom is 1 for 1.
Let's go.
Stay perfect. He swings far to the right wing. Wahlstrom digs.
Save! What a save that one was! Nice save! Let me guess. Do you put G in? Do you put G in for this one? I'd put G in for this one. That's who I would do. Let's go, G. Oh! That was a good save. He was quick and actually had it. That was a great save. That was a great save.
Yeah, he was surveying all the way in on this one. He's so quick when he's skating and darting around the ice with his hands. And look at the hands right there. How many times has he
Yeah, it was.
Snaps it exactly where he wanted to place that shot, just under the blocker.
He'd seen enough of Hart's ball. Now it's Voracek has to score to keep the game going. 0 for 1 this year, 30% for his career. In with speed. Voracek stopped by.
What was that? What was that? Are you kidding me, Voracek? Weak.
The Flyers are in desperate need of this extra point right now, and it is not going to come their way. They played.
That was weak sauce.
Number 3, and for the most part, did a good job keeping the Islanders' shot total down this game, but did not find a way to pick up the extra point. One is okay, but two.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Ed. Was weak. Straight weak. No effort. No nothing. Just was like, like, come on. Everybody else went in slow on him, but now he's got to go in fast because he's got the better idea and then did nothing. P.U. That type of stuff angers me. Nolan Patrick didn't even hit the net. And listen, they did. I wish they could trade him. The problem is that they can't trade him because they owe him too much money. They owe him way too much money than to try to. Nobody wants to pay that money. That's why I'm hoping and praying Seattle takes him. Would love to see him go up to Seattle. They ain't going to be able to trade him at all. Stinks. He was good. Like 4 years ago. He's gotten lazy. That's the problem. You know, he's too busy bapping on Twitter. He's got to talk back to his people that are talking bad about him. He's like, oh yeah, well, I'd like to see you up live, and maybe worry about your play. And maybe if you played better, you wouldn't have too many people criticizing your play. Maybe if you played like you earned the $8 million that they're paying you, maybe at that point, you would realize that people actually care. Because the truth of the matter is that you're from Philadelphia, and when you ain't earning your paycheck, we're going to let you know about it. And you ain't been earning it. You ain't been earning it at all. That was a winnable game. That was a winnable game. Ah, damn. Sixers are up by 25 points. 15, not 25, 15. I was doing math quick in my head. Right. That's the problem. That's exactly the problem, Ed. You know, just straight out laziness now. It's straight out laziness that's causing that. Fight all our way back, and then you put him out there, and then he gives out that type of effort. He puts out that type of effort for on the shootout. I would have rather seen TK out there. I'd have rather seen anybody else. Provorov shooting that. Yeah, exactly. Farabee would have been a good choice. Anyone, Gossespierre even. Gossespierre is actually really good at that. Anybody else. You could have done anybody, but nope. Instead. See, they put Tobias Harris in those commercials. I am the better choice for him because I may not always dress like Nemo, but when I don't dress like Nemo, and even when I do, I eat goldfish. So I'm sitting here and I watch the Sixers and I see Tobias Harris with that big guy with the big nose, that 7-footer, and they go through a bag of goldfish. I'm waiting for them to call me. Has he been pretty good in the shootouts? Has he been pretty good? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out how good he's been at the shootouts. Yeah, let's check that. Let's Jake Voracek and shootouts. And shootouts percentage. Let's go. Let's see what he's got. Let's see. Shootout percentage. Is there a shootout percentage here? Shootout percentage. Yeah, of course they don't have it. Yeah, doesn't have it here. Let's see if I can find it somewhere else.
Get to that ball first for Condo. Being physical like that.
That was 2015. No, come on.
Speaking of foreign players, we're gonna have a swap of basketball by the crew chief Rodney Mott. Sure what the issue is, but fortunately we have a number of pumpkins at the ready.
And shootout. It doesn't. They ain't saying.
The sloppy turnovers that you're trying to eliminate.
Yeah, it don't say. So yeah, I guess I'm not gonna be able to find that out right now, unfortunately. Yeah, I tell you, Dwight Howard has been great for Philly. And let's because anytime they go to miss 2 free throws in a row, he's really big on letting the crowd know we want frosties. I want to see a frosty. How about that? Danny Green and Howard, only 2 Sixers to play every game this year. They both played on the Lakers last year. Of course, they Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? These refs stink. Yeah, Matt, I tell you, he did have a really good stop against G on that shootout. I thought that was dead. I thought that was a goal. He had him beat dead to rights, and just G couldn't get it up above. But yeah, the fact that they came back in the third period, it just that helps me a little bit. That makes me feel a little bit better about it.
Well, we still have 3/10 of a second. We still have 3/10 of a second remaining in the third.
Why?
And for what it's worth, Juancho Hernan Gomez will throw it in. Going to the rim, and he actually hits the rim. And they count it.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Right, but that's why can't you start the play on the? You're supposed to start the. Right, you're not allowed to shoot it at the basket. Yeah, I understand that. He did make it before the buzzer, but that's you're not allowed to make those types of plays. You can't shoot it up into the basket. You can't hit the rim, or maybe you can. Maybe you can. Maybe you're allowed to do those types of things.
American lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to.
What a weird day this has been. At least look at the Phillies. 2-0. 2-0. You're not allowed to do a self-alley-oop. But, I mean, so my thought is though, like if you're throwing it from out of bounds and you hit the backboard, it's actually out of bounds. So you can do an alley-oop on that, but somebody's got to touch it. You know what I mean? That you're allowed to do that. It is 0.3 of a second. So I don't know. I don't know the rule. I don't know that rule. That might be allowed. You're allowed to do that. Who knows? Put it up for a miss. Let the ball bounce. Get it, and I guess you are able to do that.
And then you can see McDaniel, that's some quick thinking. All right, so let me say that the previous play came with 0.3 of a second ago, but they started the clock before the ball was actually touched by a player. So they, in effect, replayed that play. That's the reason why they didn't end the third quarter with that play. And it turns out that McDaniels came away with the rebound off the rim from the inbound pass, put it in before the expiration of the 0.3 of a second.
I guess you're allowed to. There you go. You're allowed to do that stuff. All right, let's see a miss two.
In the perfect defensive position, you might need to contact the foul and grab.
Let's see a miss two. Miss it. Oh.
Well, played 21 minutes so far at 19-8. Towns, we mentioned, been stuffing the stat sheet lately, and tonight no exception.
Exactly. I want a Frosty too. Got to see a miss 2 in a row though, so they got to miss that first one before they get the second one. Brick. Brick. They were down by 9. Don't worry. So, anyways, it was a good night either way. Phillies are up. They're what are they? How's it? The Mets haven't even played yet, right? And Washington hasn't played yet, so they're up by 2 in the division already. right? Because they got postponed again today, I would think. Yeah, the Mets and the Nationals are postponed before COVID. So Philly's got 2-game lead on everybody. I like it. I like it. Really just a 1-game lead, I guess, on the Mets and the Nationals. It's all right. It's all right. So I didn't get to see much of the game. I just was following it. But I mean, what? He pitched a gem. You know, he pitched what, seven strong innings, a shutout ball, and hit the game-winning RBI. You know, in the 5th, and then hit another one in the 6th. That tells me he's ready to play. You know what I mean? He came ready to play. I like it. I like it. I think the Phillies are going to shock some people. They had a lot of runs last year. And so far, the bullpen hasn't given up any runs. Knock on whatever wood I can. I'm not even a knock on wood guy, but no runs given up by the bullpen. 2 games. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's finish this game out, and 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I guess you could say even 2.5 out of 3. Joel Embiid. Shake. Oh. He must have been on the line. Them big feet. Number 12, Tobias Harris, back in the game. Shake, 13 points tonight. 5 for 11 from the field and 2 for 3 from 3-point land. Nails both of the free throws. There's a brick. That's a brick. Oh, yeah, good. Joel in the hole. That's what I'm talking about. Back up by 13, and he's got 23 for the game. Resistance is futile. Bam. Let's go. Let's go. Here, you know what, guys? You guys want to come on?
He is a pesky player. A lot of energy tonight. Got 8 assists. He is zone here for the Timberwolves.
Oh, Korkmaz downtown 3. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Working on that little runner jump hook. I'll get that down. Sixer lead, and it doesn't. They built this separation with the opening couple of minutes of the third quarter, managing to keep Minnesota at arm's length, though. McLaughlin comes up with a steal, and he solos. Now it's a 10-point game. Good read by McLaughlin. He is on the weak side in that, I guess you'd call it free safety space between two defenders. Made the right call there. Guessed right on Joel's outlet pass. And B with double vision.
Shake.
Open. Milton can't make him pay. Now moving on Embiid. Joel going for the steal. Foul instead. They're going to replay it after the person. There's the steal on that cross-court pass to Furkan. Boston reading it all the way, and then just a while ago, the getting all your money's worth foul by Joel Embiid. The officials now are going to go to replay to determine whether or not that was a flagrant foul on Embiid. It is his third.
I was going to say, it looks about as flagrant as you can make it.
This matchup, everything was built up to be between these two.
Looked flagrant to me.
There are replays for you to take a look at. Of course, there is a history between them. Wrestling match.
Yeah, I was going to say, that looked about as flagrant as you can make it.
Wind up impact follow through. WIP is the acronym. And Embiid hammering down that time on Towns, sending him to the line for the 11th and 12th times in this game. Embiid, by the way, first action in a little more than 3 weeks is working on 24 minutes. So here is Towns after the flagrant. 2 and the ball back for Minnesota.
Yeah, he's actually pretty good from the free throw line, so they're not going to be able to get it.
You can see the extracurriculars for both guys. This is championship wrestling for sure. Off the top rope. The 2 were ejected, and later each was issued a 2-game suspension by the NBA. I remember a few years ago, there's some trash between Joel and Towns on Instagram after a Sixer overtime win. So they go back a little bit.
Trash on Instagram. Go figure. By Joel Embiid. Not Joel. Not Joe. No. Yeah, they definitely have had their Curry 4-2. There's a brick. That was a big brick. Brick. Oh, stop crying, Towns. Stop crying. He's got 5 fouls. He's going to foul out. Oh, let's go.
You can see him. He's been collecting ever since coming into the game in the first half. To his defense, he is going up against the best two-way big man in the league. Yeah, he's in there now, defending Embiid, protection for Towns as Edwards comes up with a turnover. He's got 23, and again, the lead is down to 8. Plenty of time for Minnesota. They can muster the energy in the second of a back-to-back as we pass the halfway point of the fourth. Harris denied. Nice play by Gene McDaniels to block the shot. Edwards again, challenging Embiid to have the final word. Out of bounds and along to the Sixers.
Will it?
That's pretty remarkable because I thought he had Joel beat right here with the reverse layup attempt right there. He's kind of close.
Oh, it hits off his head. He's like a pound and hits him in the face to go out of bounds. I love it.
Embiid, contact with Reed, whistle silent. Joel again to the floor for the third time tonight. Out of bounds and belong to Minnesota. Embiid with a word or two for the official. We have a timeout.
5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Sixers up by 8. I think Sixers win this game. And maybe, just maybe, they get the right guy on the court, right guy from the free throw line to give us all some Frosties. Because I would love a Frosty. A Frosty for Easter would be fun to see. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm still a little angry about Voracek's shootout. That was so weak sauce. Yeah. And like I said, I thought that G was the right guy for number 3, and like I said, that goalie made a great save on that. But Voracek, really weak. I felt like it was he was straight out lazy on that. But let's see what's happening around the world right now. Right now, still playing. The Blues are tied up with the Avalanche at 1. The Wild are losing to the Golden Knights 1-0. The Sharks and Kings are also tied at 1. The Penguins lost to the Bruins 7-5. The Lightning beat the Red Wings 2-1. Predators beat the Blackhawks 3-0. Ottawa beat Montreal 6-3. Stars beat the Hurricanes 3-2. The Panthers, which are tied for the best record in the league right now, are beat the Blue Jackets 5-2, and the Sabers beat the Rangers in a shootout 3-2 tonight. And they postponed the Vancouver Canucks Edmonton Oilers game. Tonight in basketball, you got the Heat over the Cavaliers. That game's just about over. At the half, you've got the Jazz crushing the Orlando Magic, and the Pacers beating the Spurs. Just started the Bucks and the Kings. Bucks are up by 3, 17-14. Trailblazers up 11-6. What just happened there? Oh, I guess one of the games finished. Yeah, the Heat finished against the Cavaliers. What's up, Dylan?
Hey, what up?
Hey, what's up, my man? How you feeling?
Good. All right. So honestly, like the Flyers, you can't be mad that game because they played fairly good.
Oh no, I'm not mad at the Flyers for that
Yeah.
game. No, like first off, giving up the goals, that they did. That first goal, again, not paying attention, puck watching. When you're puck watching on the power play, that's a problem, and that's how they got that first goal. So, all right, it is what it is. Coming back, tied up. I'm pissed off at the way Voracek went ahead and he watched 3 other guys go do it. First off, Nolan Patrick, I know he's good on these shootouts, but you got to put it on the net. You got to put it on the net at least. You can't shoot wide on shootouts. And then, but just Voracek, I felt that he was straight weak sauce there, straight weak. I felt like that he was lazy on it. He played it lazy, and because he played it lazy, that's exactly what happened. Like,
Buffalo beat Rangers 2-3, so at least we stay in 5th place at the moment.
At the moment, but truth of the matter is that this team is not good enough right now. This team is not good enough right now to be able to catch up. Because I'm not like Boston has got us by a couple of games. They got a couple of games in hand. And, even if we win the next 3 games against Boston, which I don't know that we have the abilities to do that. I mean, we ain't beaten them yet. So what makes me think that all of a sudden we're going to beat them now? So you got those 3 games, and it's the last 3 games we play against them. Even if we win all 3 of those games and get to 6 points in regulation, they still have another 2 games in hand. And if they win those 2 games, they got us. You know what I mean? And then you got to play the Islanders again. I mean, I know that we have some weak teams playing at the back end of the schedule. Like we have 4 against the Devils in a row at the end of April, and you could count that as 8 points, but I can't trust that this team's going to be able to beat anybody. When you get your ass handed to you by Buffalo, makes you wonder who you can do, who you can beat.
Well, Hart played decent tonight.
Much better.
Yeah.
Much better. And Heemy's there at the Sixers game tonight. Heemy Hands is at the Sixers game. What's up, brother? Hope you're enjoying the game. They can pull it out.
The Phillies are looking good, though, at least.
Phillies are going to shock some people. I think, they're still good at scoring runs. They have been the best. They were 5th best in the MLB last year in scoring runs. They also had the absolute worst bullpen of all time, last year. So now that they said they have not let up a run, but the bullpen has not let up a run. I'm just going to start it there. Don't let up any runs. As long as they can keep doing that for as long as possible, we'll win games.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you see JT's out at home plate? What was it? Thursday?
Yesterday at in the 10th inning.
Yeah.
That was a great play. That was a great play. Roman Quinn with a good throw, and JT with a great play at the plate. And then you know what? And that's why I can't stand that rule. That rule is ridiculous because they only had two batters. Two batters did that. So there you go. You got 3 outs on 2 batters, and then we get to go play. So hey, listen, you want to play that way, that's fine. If that's what the rules are going to be, then that's great. But realistically, that's a crap rule. It's a crap rule.
Yeah.
Was that on Towns? Towns foul out? Not yet. But yeah, I think that the Phillies are going to really surprise people.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what actually happens. Let's say it's early yet, but the fact that they're up 2 games on the team that's supposed to win it,
yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Well,
and like I said, as long as the Sixers win this game, 2.5 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yep.
So
when's the football draft? The 30th?
29th, 30th, and May 1st. So
3
I will
days.
be live from the draft.
You'll be at it?
I am going to the draft. I will be there early. I'm getting out there early. I'm going to be doing my NFC East show from Cleveland for that draft. And then I'm going to be there at the draft doing my thing all week long. So, in fact, I'm even going to be doing my my alternative podcast there on that Tuesday night. So I'm going to be going out there early, getting my place to stay, and I'm going to be out there for 5 days doing it, wall-to-wall draft coverage.
It's for the Flyers, it's going to be hard playing Boston back-to-back.
Yeah,
well, I don't think they won a game yet back-to-back.
They have not won 2 games back-to-back. I think they did in the beginning of the season against Pittsburgh. And then that was that.
Yeah.
Since then, they have not.
Yeah.
So, doing it. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left. And they cut the lead to within 4. It's 113 to 109 right now. The Sixers got to do a little something here to pull this out. Just pull away here. Towns has got 39 points so far. There we go. All right. They got 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Gotta get in there. So, are you watching the Sixers game tonight too, or are you?
No.
What is it you're watching?
I just got done watching the Flyers. I was gonna watch it, but I was like, I can't get my dad got the TV downstairs, so I got the Xbox hooked up to my TV, and I got the NHL app on there, so I can watch the Flyers on my Xbox, which are pretty nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you watching you get to watch all the hockey games?
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice by Tobias Harris. There's 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this game here. At least that's on my feed. There's probably only 1 minute left in somebody else's feed, but that's only 2, and it's a brick. There we go. Slow it down. Slow it down. And there it is. Tobias Harris with 2. 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Up by 8. Tobias Harris with 30 points, 10 in the fourth quarter.
Isn't Joel back?
Joel is back. So far, he has 23 points. Tobias Harris has scored the last 8 points. I love that he's able to finish out like that. Let's go. 45 seconds left. He takes. Wow. Got ya.
What are your thoughts on Samuel Morin?
So I'm glad that he came back. He's been playing okay. I like the fact that he dropped the gloves today to try to get things up and moving. I know he's got a little bit of a history with that guy. Truth of the matter is that he's got to get a little bit better on defense if he's going to be able to be a full-time player.
Yeah,
and that's what's really most important. But beyond that, I mean, I think he's going to be okay. I to be honest, out of the players right now that I protect, I consider protecting him more than I would consider protecting anybody else. You know what I mean? At least I feel like he's got a lot more upside than certainly Gostisbehere. I mean, they won't even put Gustafson back on the ice. It amazed me when they put Gostisbehere on waivers, but I know what they were trying to do. They were seeing if anybody else would pick up his contract. Yeah. I knew nobody was going to, but the moment that they've had Gustafson out there, there's a reason why you didn't see Gustafson out there tonight, because he stinks. He stinks bad, so badly that they put him back on the travel team, and put Gostisbehere back out there, because even as bad as Gostisbehere has been, he's still better, like 150 times better than Gustafson. Gustafson stinks. I don't ever want to see him in a Flyers uniform again, to be honest.
It's nice to have a physical guy out there for the Flyers. We haven't had one of those.
I feel like you need somebody to have some heart. And you're going to see a lot of the guys after the trade deadline. I was talking about this a little bit earlier. After the trade deadline, you're going to see a lot of fresh faces in here. You got to keep them up here now. You can't send them down, and you can't stop playing guys now, because you want to see what type of trade value there is. But once you get past the trade deadline, if they're still here, you're not going to see some of these guys playing. Like if Patrick's here, you're going to see Patrick be like a healthy scratch all the time, because I think he stinks. I think he's been getting a little bit better, but he's just that the Nolan Patrick experiment is over, and he's not. I don't like him anymore. Like it's not, and he's wearing my number 19, and I tell you, number 19, you got some big shoes to fill. And if you're going to wear that number, you got to play a lot better than you are. And he ain't playing it. He ain't playing worthy of that number.
Konechny also been disappointing lately.
Yeah, I know. See, I don't know what his story is. Like he's not been playing this game. He had a good third period. He did have a really good third period, but beyond that, it's like he hasn't been doing the things that he did in the beginning that made him that guy.
Yeah, he hasn't been. Well, at least I know. He hasn't been chirping. He hasn't been like roughing people up.
So, the chirping comes with scoring goals. You know what I mean? So when you're not scoring goals, you don't get the chirp.
Mm-hmm. Well, Samuel Morin's chirping way before the game.
Well, that's part of his game.
Yeah. Samuel Morin can do his thing as long as he can bring a little bit physical out there.
Right. he likes to chirp before the game. And like I said, those guys had fights well before, back in the AHL. So there we go. His game's over. 11 seconds left. They're up by 7. Harris is going to put it away here with another 2 free throws and call it a day.
I think I honestly think 76ers are going to finals. I can't say if they're going to win or not.
Well, I think what's happened is coming true. Yeah, Towns fouled out on that one. He actually had a good game, Karl Anthony Towns. But I'm sorry, what were we just talking about? I just had to end them.
I said I think the what is it? Yeah, the 76ers have a good chance of making the finals. I don't know if they're winning it or not.
So I agree. I said at the beginning of the season that I thought that they would be number 2 coming out of the East and that they would go to the finals. And it's looking like it could very well become that. Like they could be number 1 in the East, which would be nice. I still think they're going to wind up number 2. I think they're going to have like a stupid loss and somewhere towards the end, and that's going to be what kind of puts them in the number 2 spot. But that they in the playoffs they'll crush, and they're going to wind up going into the finals, and they're going to play an LA team. That's what I've been saying that. I've been saying that from the very beginning. I thought that they were going to play an LA team. I don't know which LA team, but I think they're going to play an LA team. It could be the Lakers, could be the Clippers. I think that we beat the Lakers. I think we lose to the Clippers.
I would like to verse the Lakers, just knock them out, just screw up everybody's prediction of them going back to back. People who say that, I honestly think they don't pay attention to other teams and what they picked up.
Right. Well, I love the fact that the Nets are scared of the Sixers. They're picking up everybody under the sun, trying to compete with the Sixers.
Dude, I thought, who's hurt from right now? I just saw it. Oh no, Harden's hurt.
Harden got hurt too. What's his name's hurt?
Durant, Kyrie. Oh no, Griffin.
Durant hurt.
Oh no. I know. I think it was Griffin or Harden. One of them was hurt. I saw on opening day when I was watching A's versus Astros.
There we go. And the Sixers win 122-113 to end that. There we go. And I get to call tonight. 2.5 out of 3 ain't bad. Phillies win 4-0. Flyers losing the shootout 3-2, and the Sixers win 120-113. Not too bad of a night.
Drew almost put it away in the shootout. Almost.
I tell you, that was a great save by the goalie.
Yep.
That was a great save by the goalie. Mary, I hope you have a happy Easter as well. I almost said Merry Easter, I know. I hope you have a very happy Easter. Thank you very much. And this was my daughter's birthday party today, so that's why I didn't get to watch the Phillies game. And I got, we're all here. So now I am going to get off so I can go spend some time with my kids tonight. We're going to watch some movies and whatever. So, but thanks for coming on, Dylan. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to let you slide out of here. I'm sure I'll be talking to you again soon. And listen, we got some work to do this week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So, I'm going to be at the game. I'm going to be at the game on Saturday. On Tuesday, I'm going to be at the Phillies game, so I'm not even going to be able to watch the Flyers. But
you got to yell at Marshawn.
Oh, I will. You know I will.
Dude, you gotta
I'll
call
get
him a rat.
paid. I'll
Dude,
be
he's nothing
yelling
but
at
a
him
rat.
as best I can. That schnoz is going to be hearing from me. You know what I mean?
Dude, he's a Boston rat.
Exactly. That's exactly correct. Between that and even pasta. I start to try to yell at pasta a little bit. I'll be trying to, the goalie. I like busting the goalie's balls a little bit. Like, hey, when's the time for you to quit? Any time for you to quit? All that type of stuff.
Geico makes more saves better than the goalie.
Right.
Oh, all right. I'll let you go.
I
Happy
appreciate
Easter.
it, Still. Thank you very much. You have
No
a great
problem.
night and a great Easter.
Go Philly.
Yeah, go Philly. All right, guys. Listen, I appreciate everybody hanging with me tonight. I wish all of you a very happy and healthy Easter tomorrow. And hey, listen, it wasn't too bad today. The Phillies 4-0, up 2 games in the division. We are in first place in the NL East, and that is awesome, baby. I'll take it for as long as I can, and I'd like to see the broom come out tomorrow. I'd love to see the broom sweep away the Braves. That's right, baby. And then you'll see me at the game on Tuesday against the Mets. I'm excited about that already. I'm excited about it. And then next time you'll see us on Monday night. I will be here Monday night with El Parcero Philly, and we're going to be doing it live on Zodiac TV on 7 o'clock. I'm actually going to start at 6:30, 6:45, so that we can talk a little bit about what's going on, in Philadelphia sports, and then we're going to get into Flyers hockey against the hated Boston Bruins. Let's go, Flyers. 10-9, 876ers. And the Fighting Phils ring the bell. Let's go. Guys, happy Easter. Have a great night.